Hello, I'm Jerry Rigged, and this is the Duskers Daily Challenge for November 3rd, 2016. Looking at the leaderboard yesterday, JoJo managed to get a couple pieces of scrap that I didn't, and took some radiation damage. As I said before in yesterday's episode, it's entirely possible to get more on that ship. I didn't explore a small chunk in the back, mostly because of slime spread. So if JoJo was quick, he could definitely get it, and that room was a trap, basically, with the radiation break on the generator. Those are always suck. It doesn't look like anyone else in the top 10 took radiation damage, but they could have also gotten out a little bit earlier. They could have simply not been in the room, gotten lucky and explored that area first. There's a couple different options of what might have happened. Moving from my score of 860 downward, we have Neg, Copper, Marvin, Risto, Ed Ream, Lemon Swamp, Peak, and Girthar. So congratulations for the top 10. 32 total players yesterday, which is a little bit higher than average, which is in the mid-20s these days. Looking at today's leaderboard, we have Dave and George Jetson with, looks like a positive score overall, but not a big positive score. Small positive. And so let's go ahead and get in there. And today I have upgrades. I finally sat down and spent some time figuring out my alias list, and I'll go back to this at the end of the episode. Today we have remote power, which is great because I have an alias set up specifically for that. Unfortunately, you can't set up these swaps to interfaces, which really bugs me. One infestation type on a medical B could make this an extremely easy ship. Could make it an extremely noisy, annoying ship, is what I was going for. I don't hear Swarm. This isn't a very big ship. Well, it's a medical B. It should be pretty big. These are huge rooms, though. One infestation type is kind of good and kind of bad. I don't hear Swarm. I'm gonna give it another moment. I'm gonna take my chance. Okay, room is clear. Now, I do have my alias list up on another screen because I am not really that familiar with it because I just made it. And open D17, not 16. Which is probably not the best idea, but we'll see what happens. Kind of afraid that we might be dealing with slime today already. Actually, that's an extremely good point. I'm just going to go ahead and pull in R2 already. R2, Drone 2. With nothing moving yet, I did it again. I do that every time. Okay, this room is not powered, so I can't show off one of my options. Well, this is extremely unusual. Why is this not working? Oh. That is one of mine. Plug-in plugs in the generator. I don't like that they're called generators because clearly we're interfacing with some device that sources the power. So it seems like that's more of a terminal for power. And that answers the question. We do have slime. It is not happy. Neither am I. So I'm actually going to go ahead and be done here. I'm not ending the ship, obviously. But I can go ahead and get rid of 2. Hopefully 2 stays clear of slime. And I can actually get everywhere right now without too much worry. Okay, I still want to check out that terminal later. So I'm going to hope that it doesn't take over that room too quickly. I can check everywhere. My switch is what? Oh, it's switch. 2 and 6. No, I did it wrong. R2, R6. Okay. So that's not what I want. There we go. R6, R10. So trying to be a power player here, using my aliases. Really not too much else I can say there. I'm not claiming to be, you know, super spectacular with them. Get stealth, that's fantastic, actually. And I've got my fetch. What room is this? R9. And actually, I'm actually gonna go ahead and drive there. Actually, I can open up D16. Why are you not... Oh, god damn it. Fine. Totally screwing things up. Because I got paranoid and forgot that I moved my toe off. I am lagging for some reason. Oh, no, 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 no. It's going to be on the thing now. Okay. I'd like to get that terminal just to see if I can power it. Nope, I cannot get to that now. There are some options that I have available to me, especially because I have remote power. Let me get home first. I'm not gonna risk too much if I can avoid it. It is possible. Possible. That I can vacate R8 without sacrificing anything. Let's open D12 and another one that I have. Well, actually, that doesn't work very well, does it? And that destroyed the generator the second time. Damn it. Which means I'm not going to be able to check... I am going to be able to check that room. Damn it, I'm not going to be able to check that room. If only I remember my aliases, I could have closed the door. So I'm not going to be able to check that terminal. The other terminal only gave me the survey, which means I probably did not have a ship scan, but... Well, okay, so I have totally screwed myself up today with these new aliases. And that'll probably happen for a while, but I have added a few. I'm rather proud of that. I finally actually did it. I have plugin, hack, fetch, switch, path, pop, and secure. Pop opens and closes, real easy, real quick. Good for clearing out a vented room, assuming the vent doesn't destroy anything, but it takes care of it nice and quick. Secure closes all doors in a room. I couldn't have used that because the room wasn't powered at the time. Path is a rather long, complicated one I had set up specifically for the purpose of... Well, I've had a couple times where the pathing did not work in my favor, and it really screwed me up. And it probably would take more effort to type it, but if I can type out effectively, it will move any number of drones to one room, then a second room, then a third room. I figure I probably won't need much more past that, and if I do, I can just type it again. Switch switches the power around. Not too bad. Fetch does exactly what Marvin's does. Navigates the tow bot, which is normally 3, to a room, tows, and navigates it back. Hack. If I'm in the schematic view, it'll navigate the drone 1 to an interface in a room that I designate, which I've needed a couple times. It would have been nice to do that a couple times. Not too often, because I usually manually control one, so may not use that too much. And plugin navigates the generator drone to a room and generates, which is probably a staple that a lot of people can use. So, yeah, lots of things in the alias now. Unfortunately, I did not have the wherewithal to do that quickly enough in order to prevent the room from becoming irradiated. My goal was just get through there, but apparently not. So I guess that's it. All told, things could have gone better. They could have gone worse. Didn't take any damage, which, not bad. And so that means I'm probably looking at the same... Wait a minute, where's the... Okay, I got the fuel. So I'm probably looking at the same results as just about everyone else. I'm going to go ahead and switch R10 with R6 and close all, just to satisfy my OCD. And go ahead and exit. Very short run, all told. Slime, 735 is my score, and I think that was... No. Dave only got 605, which means he must have taken a lot of damage from Slime, which is entirely possible if you get really messed up. Like if I had Drone 2 in R6, then and Slime started in R6 and blocked it off, that could have practically destroyed a drone. That's a 130 point difference, so that's could be if he wasn't able to recover it. Same thing for George. 545 is pretty bad, but that could be not all the scrap and lost a drone, or maybe even 2, depending on positioning. Or maybe a lot of health. There's a lot of things that could have been. My health wasn't too high on my drones. It was, I think, 110, 110, 70, which is pretty low all told, but it's not the lowest it could be. So there could be a difference in health there as well. Lots of possible options for what went wrong. Overall, I kind of expect, assuming no one... Well, I'm expecting someone's going to get ship scan and it's going to blow my score out of the water. And if you get ship scan in one room with remote power and the generator, even with Slime, if you get ship scan in one room, you can check everything. So there's a lot of potential for some real good scores, even better than mine. And with Slime, there's always that chance that you're going to have a really, really bad day. So if you haven't done your run, good luck. If you have, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear of your own experiences and whether or not the Slime got you, or if there were any close calls. If you were better than I was at clearing out that room, it probably didn't spawn there for everyone. Slime is random as far as I've been able to identify. It's even among the same runs where all the enemies are in the same room and everything is oriented the exact same way. Slime is random. Slime is what really will screw a run when you have nothing to do with it. So, anytime Slime is involved, especially, I'd love to hear of your own experiences because they will be different from mine. If you like the video, do please like. And I hope you have a good day.